this was your answer, I suppose?
I still didn't finish as many runs as I wanted to. I mean, it was a couple long runs where I should have just trusted my speed and kept going and not try to cut back into a guy. But for the most part, I did do pretty good.
And how nice was it to get in the end zone?
Man, boy, I didn't even know what to do. I forgot what to do when you score a touchdown. I know that first one, I really didn't even know I scored a touchdown until I was still up on my feet and everybody was clapping. But it felt good to score my first touchdown and my second and my third.
Mario, you guys are starting to play, better secondary. It seems like you guys made a lot more plays today.
Yeah, it's one of those things during practice that we tried to do last week versus week 4, just being competitive versus everything. So this week in practice, we just tried to, like Coach Kelly always said, we play with a chip on our shoulder, and that's what I think we pretty much did today. It shows on the field when we made plays.
Does it seem the whole team is kind of getting that spirit back, that chip on the shoulder mentality?
Yeah, I think it shows today, especially, and last week versus week 4, it showed our resolve as a team, and I think just everything is coming together for us.
Can you go through your play, the causing the fumble and then recovering it?
It was one of those things during the week while watching film that we noticed that a couple of the ball players carried the ball pretty loosely. So I seen 81, and all I can remember is the film when he was fumbling the ball we went through it yesterday. So it was carrying it pretty loosely, so I just stuck my hand in there and got it out.
Mario, how pleasing is it to hold a quarterback to 22 passing yards in the first half?
I think it's pretty pleasing. Like I said, go back to earlier, playing with a chip on your shoulder, you got to have that mentality. You're going to challenge everything, challenge the receiver, challenge the quarterbacks to make hard throws. And as they've been doing earlier, a lot of these receivers weren't being challenged. So that's one thing we try to make it hard on the quarterback.
A couple weeks ago, I think it was after the NC State game, Coach was saying you guys lacked intensity, and that was what the problem was. What's the difference in how just you guys as a team are coming out, and is that what's making the difference?
Yeah, I think that's a big part. The intensity and the effort that we've been showing is the growth as a team, offense, defense, and special teams. I think that's one area that's been coming together also is the special teams area.
What was lacking before, though? Because, you think about it from day one, y'all are going to be intense. What was the turning point that made y'all realize we're not playing at the level we should be playing as far as giving it our all out there?
Well, maybe I can think back when during the NC State game, it was one of those things where try to make excuses, but it's like Coach Groh always said, you can't have excuses. Everybody can have those. So it's one of those things you just got to put it behind you and keep on going and just go out and play.
You don't want to win this for Groh this week?
Yeah, it was one of them. Me personally, I did, but Coach Groh, he's one of those people, he never brought it up during the week. He just kept on coaching like he always usually do. But like I said earlier, I just want to play with a chip on my shoulder. Everybody else want to play with a chip on their shoulder just to let them know what they was missing.
Did y'all talk about it during the week? Did you hear the players?
It was a couple of us. We talked about it a little bit, but we didn't want to make a big deal because we already know the media was calling and hinting on that, so we just... I'm sorry. Don't beat me up, though. But it was one of those things. What do you think you're talking
Did you make Coach to get back in your 5-yard short?
No, man, I knew my boy Richard Watson was about to go in. He ain't seen the field since the first game, so I was like, man, just let him stay in. I ain't too much worried about it. I mean, hopefully we can have another game like this where I get to get this many yards.
Can you talk about the play of the offensive line and holes that are opening up for you?
I mean, the offensive line played great today. They did a good job of coming out the ball low and blocking some guys downfield and left alleys open for me to find and run through.
Hey, Anthony, I know it's a healthy competition. I'm not trying to say it's negative. But I saw Jonathan out there today. Do you think him coming back, did y'all have a little trash talk or a little challenge? Or did that have anything to do with how well you did today?
Well.
Okay.
There wasn't no trash talk. It was more John, trying to help me out, telling me, because he played the position for 2 years, so he was really just telling me things that I should work on, things that I need to be looking for. But I did have it in the back of my mind, like, man, this dude John here, man, let me try, outdoing it real quick, try to shine on it.
Is that what happened where you spun around and went to the end zone?
Yeah, we really messed the play up, me and Joshua, and I really had to make up for it. So, yeah.
A second ago when we were talking about intensity and Mario was talking, Anthony, you were shaking your head like in agreement. And along with intensity, do you think it's finally y'all turned that point where, John's gone, Derek's gone, maybe in the back of your head y'all are thinking about it? Are you guys finally halfway through the season like, you know what, we're all right without them?
I mean, we knew before the season that we was going to have to get over there. I mean, it's just, a few football players. I mean, when you play college football, players come and they go. So it's just a matter of us responding to that. And I think it wasn't a lack of intensity, it was a lack of urgency. You know, we really wasn't, you know, hustling to the ball, really wasn't hustling downfield. And, you know, we just messing up in that way. And we came together this week and came together the second half last week and we put it together.
Not to belabor something negative, but we just talking about having struggled there with Jimmy Raj and that also had the mesh fumble. It's kind of happened from time to time. Is it just you have to work on the timing more and more and more?
It's just something that we got to keep working on. I mean, we work on it every day at practice for 20 minutes. It's something that we got to keep on working on. I mean, I tried to cut behind the nose too early. The ball got caught on my leg. I was trying to take it. It was a fumble.
Okay, I'm embarrassed. My battery died. That bite you just said was so good, so I'm gonna ask you a similar question. So what was the difference in the intensity and what just happened and what you guys have turned around? No, you don't have to. And he was talking trash. He's like, box 5, what happened? So come on.
Well, I don't think there was a lack of intent. Damn. Run it back. I don't think it was a lack of intensity. I think it was a lack of urgency. You know, it's something that, you know, we really improved on second half last game, and then going into this game, that we needed to step up our urgency and getting to the ball fast and getting downfield and getting guys down.
Thank you. I'm competitive too.
Anthony's always agreed that you get the ball, or a game like this, you got it 25 times. Was the game plan to get you the ball today?
No, we just came out, you know, we did the normal things we usually do. We ran the triple option, and we noticed that they were running the ends out, and they were keeping the outside linebacker flowing over. So we did run some plays where it was designed to give me the ball, but I mean, overall, it was just the triple option, and Joshua was reading out.
What were you all able to see, too, that not only allowed you to go inside with you, but also outside early on, you got the A-backs going?
Well, we noticed that we ran trips to one side that they were going to move the linebacker over, so we knew if we came back to the other side, it was going to be pretty much open if we could get a block. So that's what we tried to attack early on in the game.
Mario, did you see Coach Grove hug his former players? And if so, did that kind of tell you a little bit more about what that meant to him, even though he didn't show it this week?
No, actually I didn't see him after the game.
Yeah,
But,
pretty much all his players.
But you can tell Coach Grove, he's kind of quiet, but he's fired. So I know he's like when he was at Virginia, it's one of those things when you build a relationship. He was there for 9 years, so I know the players that they really felt passion for him, was happy for him.
Anthony, what does it say about the confidence of Nesbitt? He comes off a fumble, then very next series he has the ball, he goes right back and throws like a long 5-yard pitch that goes for a 10-yard play where it still shows he's not afraid to run the offense. What does it say to you?
Well, you know, this morning Demo talked about it's not about, you know, what happens on the field. It's about how you respond to what happens on the field. And it's a big testament to Joshua as a leader, you know, where he had a fumble or he had the little interception thing, and he came back out and he kept on doing his thing because that's the type of thing Joshua does. I mean, he doesn't talk about it. He just plays on the field and lets his play talk for himself.
Anything else? Okay. Good.